We're at Perth HD this morning picking up 2 Harley-Davidson Fat Boys for another episode of Freerider. I love the Harley-Davidson Fat Boy. I've been riding one for about the last 3 months, and I particularly like it because it makes me feel a bit like the Terminator, and that's how my guest today feels every time he does a television show. He's the king of the jungle, the people's champ, Survivor royalty, and the winner of Big Brother VIP, Luke Toki.
You creeped up on him. You didn't see
I did, but I'm like waiting for you to walk up.
Hey, how are you? It's good to see you. Awesome to be here.
Yeah, this is our first on-camera reunion since probably Fiji, right?
Yeah,
so,
it has been a while.
Big deal.
Yeah, it is a big deal.
Have you ridden the Fat
I
Boy?
haven't. I am actually waiting to sink my teeth into this thing.
Well, don't chew too much, mate. We need to return these to the dealerships. Just take it easy.
Nah, I actually love these bikes. You know, mine's a small off, so this will be a bit more power for me. So, but you know, I'll take it easy.
Take it easy.
Yeah, I'll take
it easy. Should we gear up and try them out?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it. I'll kick it way back.
Okay.
How did your first Survivor come to pass?
Okay, so imagine being told, you know, you get told that you'd be a great Big Brother, as I said before, like I'd be a great Big Brother contestant. Now, I've told that in year 10, told that other times, you'd be great on this, you're great on that. Just TV shows, spruiking, like just being a public speaker, anything like that, because you're doing confessionals.
Yeah.
Now, I seen it on the TV, I applied. This was my first time I've ever applied. I did it, and I went to auditions, and they wanted me, you know, and I you know, sat there and was like, yeah, I'm going to make it work. And then with work, I couldn't actually get the time off.
Oh, you couldn't get the time off?
I couldn't get the time off, so I pulled out. I actually told the production company, I said, oh, look, I know you want me, you've said you'll take me, but I'm actually going to have to say no because I can't get time off work.
Oh, are you serious?
Yeah, so my whole life and career on Survivor, Big Brother, you know, in the public eye and everything, could have all just fallen apart just then and there.
What?
And I didn't.
Crazy.
I hadn't told Mary that I kept that a secret that I was gonna that I applied because I didn't realise I was gonna get on. But when I went on the audition process and I started getting really quite close to the end, I told her, I was like, look, I applied for Survivor, I've got this audition process, if I get on, then I'm on. And she was like, what? Like, okay, thanks for telling me.
We got a couple of kids here.
See you
later.
Yeah, but, because it's like, I never thought I'd get on.
Yeah.
Long story, couldn't get time off work, had to say no. I told the supervisor that I wanted to go on Survivor because I couldn't get the time off, I didn't have enough annual leave, and it was just lucky enough that my supervisor had applied for Survivor too.
Oh no, are you serious?
And he didn't get on. So he was a big fan of the show, so he made it happen for me.
Oh dude, that's awesome.
You know, and the only reason I told him is because one of the guys at work kept giving it to me saying, dude, you need to do this, you need to do this. And I eventually caved to peer pressure of him, told my boss about it, he got the time off, made it happen, it's changed our life. You know?
Amazing.
Yeah.
Big Brother.
Yeah.
Dude. All right, how did they rope you into that? I know the connection is there with Survivor, obviously. Same production company that does Big Brother.
Yeah.
Was that something you had thought you'd like to do, or were you just...
Look, I'm about opportunities. I think me and you had discussed that there could have been other opportunities, like shows that were coming up that hadn't been announced yet. I'd say they wanted me back to do something, and whether it was Survivor, whether it was something different, ideally put me in a situation where I can bring the same energy but with different people. You know, you get different results. Big Brother was for charity, you know, so when someone says, we want you and you'll be fighting for charity, like,
it's a no-brainer.
It's a no-brainer, you know, and look, I didn't know who was going to be on the show.
Yeah.
Like, so I had no, I didn't really put too much pressure on who I'd be up against or what I'd be expecting. But in the end, I heard, okay, so Big Brother is a vote, a public vote, if I can get to the final. And I just felt, well, it's for charity. So all things lined up.
So there's like that charity element where you feel like you're representing people.
Yeah.
I don't know how you felt about it, but for me with Garvin, and because of my connection with Pearl and Lupus and all that stuff, it became like way more personal than it would be if I was just doing a regular show.
Dude, completely.
Yeah. How did it compare to Survivor?
Well, I think that Survivor's hard, like, you know, you get put through hardship, you know. The first season, the first 10 days, we were trying to stay alive in general. In Big Brother, there's no playing the game after 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
You know, there's no night shift game.
You have beds.
Yeah, had bed, showers, and I felt like, you know, I came out the gates and I have a good understanding. You know, they do say, oh, Luke's experience, he's going to tear this game up, which kind of happened, but you still, you know, everyone should really kind of come in, even if you're first time playing Survivor, first time playing Big Brother, have some sort of knowledge about what the game entails. Otherwise, you've done no research, you know, and I think that's what happened with the VIPs. They come in and they want to protect their public brand.
Yeah.
Where I don't even care, like I'll just be myself, but I know what's entailed when it comes to the game.
Well, that's it. You're playing a game, right? You realise that you're playing a game. So then there's like a lot of people go into that, they're not quite ready for it because they haven't watched the show. They don't feel like it's a game and they're protecting their brand. So listen, here's what we do. Let's go grab food because I'm starving, and then we'll pick it back up off the other side.
Perfect.
Legend. Let's go.
Oh, yeah.
First time on a Fat Boy, mate. What do you reckon?
Yeah, a bit more power than what I'm used to, but it's
In a good way?
I think definitely in a good way. Like there's a lot of the bike, and I tried to take the first roundabout, and I was like, yeah, probably took it a little bit too fast. But it was, but then again, it wasn't even that. It was just the turning circle of it. I think, you know, a bit more to swing into.
Harley's going to be like, oh, great. We're glad we gave him the Fat Boy.
You know, I've got my HR, so I can drive heavy rigid. I've driven big 793 dump trucks on the mining. You know, so I've been able to operate.
You can handle Fat Boys.
Yeah, I can handle heavy machinery, if you know what I mean.
Once you've been on one, they're just like, there's a presence to them.
Oh, definitely.
So, yeah, it's good.
They just look great. They look great.
Did you feel like the Terminator, like I said?
Yeah, I was like, probably the skinny one, but you know, the newer version, the one that turns to liquid. Well, I'm the skinny Terminator. When they brought those Fat Boys out, how long had they been in the game for? Like,
I wish I knew. I feel like I should know some Fat Boy history. I might have to.
Yeah, look at me, I'm already...
You're like putting me on the spot. I don't know. I probably should have researched that if I'm going to make a Terminator reference.
You've like done all the work. There's nothing worse when you've done all the work, like you put it all together, and then Luke asks the question.
How did you get into motorcycles?
I've always enjoyed riding. I always felt that, you know, I got my HR, spent a lot of time away. I always wanted to get a bike, but I never just decided to get my license. You know, on the roads, you want to be responsible.
Yeah, 100%.
You know, just being a responsible rider, a responsible driver, I think as well as only for yourself, it's for others. And I feel like I'm that now, you know, and so for me getting my license now and riding, and on top of it, look, you kind of help, you know, kind of give me that push to do it. Because I've seen you riding,
Yeah,
I've seen a couple other mates riding.
I've been waving the...
Yeah, you've been riding the flag.
pretty
Yeah,
hard.
you have. And do you know what? And it's that's what made me stick it out. Look, I failed my test 3 times.
That's right,
Got
yeah,
it on my
I
4th time. So I ended up buying a Harley on that 4th one because I had been borrowing the trainees or the trainer's bike.
Yeah.
I failed 3 times on that. It was like riding a can of baked beans. And I kept blaming it on I think I told you, I was like, nah, it's the equipment. It's the equipment.
Well, sometimes that's true.
Yeah.
I mean, it really can. It's a huge difference, man, depending on what you're riding.
Well, in the end, I'm still borrowing this guy's bike for that test. I'm riding it for about an hour, and then I'm going back home, and I'm not riding on it for another 2 months, and then I'm trying it again for another hour. I'm trying to do my test. So went and got a Harley. I got a Lambs. I got a Street 500. I rode that around with some friends around locally, and then I went and did the test on it on the 4th time, and I passed.
No dramas.
So I passed easy, like on the Harley, but couldn't pass it on this $1,500 bike. So the problem was with my test, I've passed the test all up, but I didn't pass it all in one sitting, you know? So imagine
What's
like...
with you and tests?
So imagine like with mine, it was like, on the first one, I passed it for emergency braking. Second time, I failed emergency braking.
Oh, no.
Yeah, because I swear the arm that he put up, like he put it down, but I thought he was going to put it up. Look, I'm saying it was their fault. That's what I think.
It's probably,
Yeah.
you should stick with that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Stick with that. How do you like the street?
I like the street. Look, it's I actually love it.
So a bit of bad news, they've discontinued this.
Yeah, I know, and I said that I shouldn't put much K's on it. Maybe it'd be a collector's item. You know?
No, but like that is the good thing about the street. You can still find them secondhand.
Yeah.
One, they're a great learning bike, and then two, they hold value because they're not making them anymore.
I was on Big Brother with Danny, and Danny's obviously a big Harley guy as well. And I told him that I had a street, and it only had 200 Ks on it. It was the latest one, and I was like, I'm thinking about not putting any Ks on it, just like keeping it nice and clean, you know. And like, I think he's like, he's got $100,000 bikes or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
And there's me like going, oh, I'm gonna keep this $9,000 bike nice and clean, you know, like an old Pokemon card. You know, you never know.
Good, eh?
They do a
Should
good
we ride
feed.
a bit more?
Yeah, we can do whatever.
Yeah, let's do it.
Mason and Bird, I'll be back.
So, dude, you finished season 2.
Okay.
There's a good response, there's good reaction. People
Yeah.
loving it.
Yeah.
Right? The audience so responded to you on season 4. Obviously, this big Kickstarter, everyone knows
Yeah.
about it, but
Yeah.
if you don't know about it, a Kickstarter was set up by one of your mates, right?
No, there was 21 or 22 GoFundMes created from randoms.
Oh, there were random people making
Yeah,
it.
random
The
people,
response was
and one
nuts.
became the main one, which is a guy named Dave. And I stayed in contact
Good
with
name,
him
that,
every
Dave.
year.
Good
Yeah,
name.
yeah.
Good name he has.
And every year I send him like a Christmas present. Like, we stay in contact. Really nice guy.
Oh, he's a good man, that Dave.
Yeah.
The Kickstarter raised how much?
550.
550, but that's because you stopped it.
Yeah,
you
I
stopped
stopped.
the Kickstarter.
Yeah,
it
I
was just
stopped.
going absolutely gangbusters. So
Yeah.
$550,000
Yeah,
off
well-
the back of this show. Did you have any idea that that's the response would be?
No way. No
Imagine
way.
if you were like,
Well,
I had an idea. I'm pretty dope.
Well, because in 2017, someone started one. I think some multiple people started a few in 2017 just for no reason. And some money got raised, like $1,500, and I was like, oh, what the hell? So I just donated that back to Telethon and a couple of other little charities and stuff.
Dude, money from that Kickstarter.
Yeah.
You guys donated a fair bit of that to the Perth Children's Hospital.
Best thing ever. Like, my relationship now with the Perth Children's Hospital is going to continue forever. Like, even though our daughter's got got cystic fibrosis and going to have to spend a lot of time in the hospital, visits, and we're definitely it's gone to the best place. You know, kids are always sick and they always
And
need care.
you're still pretty heavily involved with those guys.
Heavily involved. So yeah, you
Awesome.
keep tuned with that.
So what's going on now, brother? What have you got going? I know you have been doing a bit of real estate stuff. You're still working. You're still working in your regular job, doing
Yeah.
TV gigs, doing
Yeah.
charity gigs.
Yeah.
So what's up? What's with the real
Dude,
estate?
I've got so I have been studying real estate since I got out of Big Brother. I'm about 85-90% done in that. So
Yeah.
I'm probably going to start seeing me dressed up in suits a bit more often. I'm trying to do a bit of a career change. And look, it might work, it might not, but the idea is, I've got to a position where I want to be more social in my job.
Yeah.
And I thought real estate would be perfect for me. I get to talk to a lot of different people. I get to, for all I know, I might even become an auctioneer.
You actually would be an awesome auctioneer.
Yeah, rock up. Might even rock up on a Harley.
Start doing the auction.
You know, just be a completely different cat on the in the real estate scene. You know, I'm the guy with the mohawk. I'm the guy in the, you know, that has the reality TV kind of face, and just try to have some fun with it. I'm a social butterfly, you know, and I feel like for the last 15 years I've been doing a job that just requires me to not be social.
One of the things I love about you, bro, is you were just always down to try different things.
Yeah.
Did that come naturally to you, or is that something you developed over time? Or?
Dude, I reckon it's come from being a kid and having to grow up fast. I've had every single job under the sun. I've been, you know, like I really have done every single job. I don't, like I've stuck it out with the mining because that's been the thing that pays my bills for so long. But now I'm in a good position where I can change my career path.
Brother, it is always a pleasure seeing you become one of my very good friends after we played Survivor together, and I really appreciate you coming on. And what a great ride today.
It was good, Dave. Cheers for having me on, brother.
Yeah, man. And if people want to find you, what's the best way to get in contact? I guess Instagram. You're on there.
Instagram. I try to reply back to everyone. Luke Toki.
At Luke Toki. L-U-K-E.
Super easy.
Right. What did you think of the Fat Boy?
Dude, loved it. It's actually good having a bit extra weight. Like I actually feel like I'm probably getting close to that fat boy area around the 100 kilo mark. So yeah, I sit well on
You
it.
handled it beautifully.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, no dramas. We had that little sketchy bit of it. King of the Fat Boys.
Yeah.
You're a legend, man. Thanks for coming on today.
Cheers.
Take it easy.